Orthodox Christian laity, 25 years of educational service to the Orthodox Christian community. The history of the multicultural, multi-jurisdictional Orthodox Christian Church in America begins with the arrival of Russian Orthodox missionary monks in Alaska in 1794. The territory of Alaska was purchased by the United States from Russia in 1867 and was admitted to the Union as a state in 1959. The church grew from the west and from the east by the immigrant migrations of Orthodox Christian faithful to the United States and Canada, who began to arrive in the last quarter of the 19th century. They brought Orthodox Christianity to the major cities and other areas where they settled and called home. They integrated their lives within the American cultural setting, grew as citizens, and worshiped freely as Orthodox Christians. In addition to the Russian missionary period, three great periods of ferment for the growth and development of Orthodoxy in America are: Number one, early 20th century, when most of the bricks and mortar church buildings and cultural centers were established. Two, late 1950s and through the 1960s, when the children of the immigrants saw the need and worked for Orthodox Christian unity by establishing the Council of Eastern Orthodox Youth Leaders in the Americas, CIOLA, which by 1963 had over 50,000 members. The hierarchy did not encourage the movement, and it dissipated in the mid-1970s. 3. 1987, when evangelical Christian seekers discovered Orthodox Christianity and came home to the Apostolic Church through the Antiochian Archdiocese. In that same year, 1987, Orthodox Christian laity, OCL, is established for the purpose of church renewal based on four principles. Number one, the laity exercise their legitimate responsibilities as part of the conciliar governance process of the Church in America, so that an energized laity can be sources of light in the community. 2. Church governance is accountable to all members of the church. 3. Accountable governance is also transparent governance. Accountability and transparency are manifestations of divine love. 4. Orthodox unity, which means administrative self-governance, is the good and proper order for the Church in the United States, and unity on all levels must be the focus of the bishops, clergy, and laity. Orthodox Christian laity was organized in 1987 at the home of Jim and Mary Coolidge, Northbrook, Illinois. This organizational meeting is considered OCL's first event. Signers of the Papers of Incorporation include Dr. Andrew Copan, James Coolidge, Sotiri Tsoutsouras, Leon Marinakos, Minerva Stergianopoulos, John Vougis, Peter Potamianos, Kay Vallone, Leon Scan, Michael Palmer, Dr. William Tennant, Stephen Stamatis, George Maniadis, and George Carcazes. The Articles of Incorporation were approved in March 1988. Jim Coolidge served as OCL's first president in the year 1988. The patron saints were selected at different times by the OCL membership. St. Simeon, the new theologian, whose feast day is celebrated October 12th, and St. Fotigny, whose feast day is celebrated February 26th and on the Feast of the Epiphany are our patron saints. George Carcasis succeeded Jim Coolidge as president in 1989. The second annual meeting at the Church of Our Savior, Rye, New York, was a conversation with Archbishop Iakovos and was organized by Minerva and Taki Sergianopoulos. The parish community of Rye and Father Baglaneas of blessed memory were gracious hosts. OCL's third annual meeting, Together We Care, was addressed by Fathers Leon Kishkovsky and Dimitrios Kostandelos. The Honorable Paul Tsongas from Massachusetts gave an emotional talk about his Orthodox Christian heritage and his wish to be buried as a member of the Orthodox Church. Sotirios Tsoutsura served as president of OCL from 1991 to 1993, and the organization experienced great growth and development. The project for Orthodox renewal was published after 3 years of research and open forum meetings defining topics and working with focus groups. The first of OCL's series of occasional papers was published, entitled Theological Foundation of the Role of the Laity in the Church, which was developed by Dr. Daniel Sachas. This was the theme of our fourth annual meeting in Baltimore, Maryland. To date, 6 occasional papers have been published. Orthodox Christian laity has held hundreds of open forums throughout the United States in almost every state. A few special forums were organized to discuss issues related to keeping the Greek Orthodox Archdiocese autonomous. OCL's annual meetings have all focused on Orthodox Christian unity. Grassroots ministries were highlighted at the 16th annual meeting, Orthodox Christian Ministries Networking, which was held in Cleveland, and the 22nd annual meeting, Road to Unity from Vision to Outreach, which was held at Ligonier, Pennsylvania. Board members, at their own expense, have participated in these educational meetings and in all board meetings, which are hosted in parish communities of all jurisdictions. Grassroots participants have shown up and asked questions and offered comments and suggestions. Board members have also participated in national meetings of their respective jurisdictions and have participated as delegates and vendors. OCL assisted in the organization of the Greek Orthodox American Leaders, GOAL, and George Koupanis and George Matsoukis served on the GOAL Board of Directors. OCL members have presented resolutions and signed petitions to keep the Greek Orthodox Archdiocese autonomous. These efforts were directed by the leadership of President Peter Kaikalis. OCL board members are active participants in their local churches as teachers, parish counselors, and choir members. Most importantly, they participate in the sacramental life of the church. During the presidency of Alice Copan, she stressed the need for clergy, laity, and hierarchy to work in synergy with each other and communicated this message to all the hierarchs. Orthodox Christian laity is blessed with the hierarchy and clergy who have chosen to participate with us on the advisory board and have been prayerful, thoughtful Christian guides. We are especially grateful to His Eminence, Archbishop Nathaniel, ruling hierarch of the Romanian Orthodox Episcopate of America, who for 30 years has provided leadership and vision for Orthodox unity in the United States. Father Stephen Vlachos of St. Demetrius Greek Orthodox Church in North Wildwood, New Jersey, has been an advisory board member for 25 years. Other advisors include Father Eusebius Stefano, Orthodox Christian Renewal Effort, Destin, Florida; Father Thomas Hopko, Dean Emeritus of St. Vladimir's Orthodox Theological Seminary; Father Peter Gilquist, Director Missions and Evangelism of the Antiochian Archdiocese; Father Gordon Walker, Franklin, Tennessee; Father Michael Massou, St. Nicholas Orthodox Church, Pinellas Park, Florida; and the late Deacon John Zaris of Connecticut. The Greek Orthodox Archdiocese has assigned 3 spiritual liaisons to Orthodox Christian laity. They include His Eminence Metropolitan Isaiah of Denver, Father Nicholas Diandafilou, Dean of Holy Cross Seminary, and Father Mark Ery, Special Assistant to His Eminence Archbishop Demetrius. In 1996, Nick Nicolaou, editor of the OCL Forum publication from 1989, was appointed OCL's first executive director. He was succeeded in 1998 by Cynthia Ianyas, who served until 1999. George Matsoukis, former president, was appointed executive director in 2000. Orthodox Christian laity is a pioneer in using the internet and developing a website to deliver its educational services and provide information to the Orthodox and rest of the Christian and non-Christian world. The first website was set up in 1994. The Orthodox news feature was added in 1998 by absorbing the Gol Voithia internet network developed by Harry Coyne. In 2011, under the leadership of President Bill Suval and with the assistance of Andy Cartelis, the OCL website was updated and new features were added. Check it out at ocl.org. The educational series, Great Events of American Orthodoxy, was developed in the presidency of Peter J. Petkus. This is an audio and visual DVD series preserving and making available videos of the first meeting of the canonical bishops of the United States, which took place at Ligonier, Pennsylvania, 1994, and it is entitled A New Era Begins. The series also shows the acceptance of the evangelical Christians into Orthodoxy by the Antiochian Archdiocese in the video entitled Welcome Home. The history of the Council of Eastern Orthodox Youth Leaders of America, CIOLA, and the 1963 audio and the 1997 video of the festivals of CIOLA are also part of this series. Ron Murison coordinated this program. Orthodox Christian unity and the need for a great and holy council, as well as the future of the Greek Orthodox Archdiocese, were discussed with His All Holiness Patriarch Bartholomew in 1994 at the Patriarchate during the presidency of Nick Caracas of St. Louis, Missouri. The project for Orthodox renewal was also presented to His All Holiness. In 1994, Alice and Andrew Kopan organized and led a tour to the Patriarchate in Istanbul and the Holy Land, a Peace Corps-like program for Orthodox Christian youth to assist in maintaining the holy sites of the Patriarchate of Jerusalem, and the role of Arab Christians were discussed with Patriarch of Blessed Memory Theodoros. Orthodox Christian laity's 10th anniversary was held at the Harvard Club and Holy Cross Greek Orthodox School of Theology, Boston, Massachusetts. George Matsoukis, 1997-1998, served as president. The topic was the American Church, and the Ecumenical Patriarchate. Distinguished speakers included Dr. James Kanellis, Father Theodore Stylianopoulos, Dr. Aristides Papadakis, Dr. Valerie Karras, Charles Lilon, Dr. John Collis, Father Eusebius Stefanou, and George Matsoukis. Proceedings were published in a monograph. OCL's 20th anniversary was celebrated in Chicago, and the theme was Orthodox Christianity at the Crossroad, a great council of the Church, when and why. The proceedings were published and are available as an e-book from Amazon.com. OCL board members met with various hierarchs of the Orthodox jurisdictions in the United States. They met with Archbishop Spiridon on 2 occasions, with Metropolitan Philip of the Antiochian Archdiocese twice, and during one visit met with Patriarch Ignatius of Antioch. They also met with Metropolitan Theodosius and Metropolitan Herman of the Orthodox Church in America, and with His Eminence Archbishop Demetrius of the Greek Orthodox Archdiocese twice. On the occasion of their April 2010 visit with His Eminence, they presented a $20,000 gift to SCOBA for the implementation of the first meeting of the Assembly of Bishops. The topics of all these meetings with the hierarchs were Orthodox Christian unity in the United States. When and how. OCL is prayerful that the work of the Assembly of Bishops will bring unity and self-governance to the Orthodox Christian Church in America. George Kupanis, Lee Kopolis, and Bill Suval led these efforts in their presidencies. The membership of OCL is grateful to all of its members, supporters, and friends who have made this 25-year history of educational services for the good order, renewal, and unity of Orthodoxy possible. We look forward to continuing to serve as a catalyst for transparency and accountability in developing and implementing a unified Orthodox Church in which the role of the laity as the royal priesthood is respected for the gifts that they provide in synergy with hierarchy and clergy. This is the mission and purpose of Orthodox Christian laity, past, present, and future. The theme of our 25th anniversary program, Washington, D.C., is our Orthodox past, our Orthodox present, our Orthodox future. OCL looks forward to serving the needs of a unified autocephalous Orthodox Church in the United States.